Welcome class 6 in our e-learning class. Today we will discuss the questions of the poem Vocation. Come to page number 110. Come to page number 110. We will discuss the questions of this poem Vocation. Your partner and you may now be able to answer these questions. Who is the speaker in the poem? Just while we will read the poem or after reading the poem, we can understand it very well that it is just a child who can think about all these type of things. Otherwise, a matured person will never think of becoming a hawker or becoming a watchman or becoming a gardener, because a matured person knows very well that what sort of hard lifestyle these hawkers or these gardeners or these watchmen they are having, what sort of dreadful life they are having. So that's why I don't think that any mature person will ever say that I want to become a hawker, or I want to become a gardener, or I want to become a watchman. Okay. So definitely who is the speaker in the poem? A child is the speaker in the poem. Who are the people the speaker meets? The speaker meets first a bangle seller, then a gardener, and at the end he meets a watchman. What are they doing? The bangle seller, he is selling bangles and he is moving in different lanes. And this gardener, he is digging the soil, working in the garden. That means, and the watchman, he walks with his shadow at his side, with a lantern in his hand. That means the watchman, he is keeping a guard and walking the street all night. Okay. What wishes does the child in the poem make? The child wants to become first the hawker, then he or she wants to become the gardener, and at the end he or she wants to become the watchman. Okay. Then why does a child want to be a hawker, a gardener, or a watchman? Yeah, the child wants to be a hawker, a gardener, or a watchman because, according to the child, these people, that means the hawker or the gardener or the watchman, they are not having any fixed schedule. They are not having any fixed routine. They are having a free life. They can move here and there on their own choice. They can just get themselves baked in the sun or wait in the rain. They can just remain awake throughout the night and just have some sort of game like shading the, that means play the game like shading the shadow, sorry, chasing the shadow, sorry, not shading, but can play the game like chasing his own shadow. That means they are having a carefree life, they are having a free life. There is nobody who will just scold him or him only, as the hawker or the this watchman or the gardener, as it has been mentioned here, as men or male people. So nobody is there to scold them. That's why they are having a free life. Pick out the lines in each stanza which tells us this. This you can easily pick out from the poem. Okay, just wait. So which lines we can mention here? We can see that I wish I were a hawker spending my day in the road crying bangles, crystal bangles. Then for the gardener, I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. And I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. So these lines we can easily pick out from the poem. From the way the child envies the hawker, the gardener, and the watchman, we can guess that there are many things the child has to do or must not do. Make a list of the do's and don'ts that the child doesn't like. The first line is done for you. The child must come home at a fixed time. The child must not get his clothes dirty in the dust. So this is very easy. This we can just write on our own. There is no requirement of any sort of help, because we can understand very well, we can feel it very well that which things are restricted for us and which things are must for us. You have to go to school you at fixed time, you have to return back from the school at fixed time, you have to go to the bed at fixed time, you have to get up from the bed at fixed time, you have to you cannot spend that means you cannot get yourself wet standing in the rain, or you cannot just bake yourself standing in the sun. You cannot make your clothes dirty, you cannot dig the soil. All these do's and don'ts we can understand very well, so here no help is required. So children, another point, another question is there. Now add to the list your own complaints about the things you have to do or must not do. This thing you know very well rather than me. Okay, like the child in the poem, you perhaps have your own wishes for yourself. Talk to your friend using I wish I were. This one you leave. So these questions we have discussed, and we can see how easy the answers are. Whatever I have said, apart from that or besides that, you can also add your own points here. There is no problem, because whatever I have said, it is general. It is for all. But apart from that, you can also add your own views, what you have understood from this poem. You can add your own views also. So right now I am not asking you to write down the question answers, because I don't know whether your exam will be offline, that means pen and paper mode, or online like that MCQ type, that I don't know. So that's why I'm not asking you to write down the answers now, but the discussion is over, and if it is getting recorded and it will be uploaded in the e-portal, you will check it from there, and in future also if I ask you to write down the answers, you can replay the video and you can hear that what sort of discussion we made regarding the question answers. Okay children, so read the poem properly. Bye all of you.